Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. A leader leads by example, not by force. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. All warfare is based on deception. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look upon them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you even unto death. Water shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows. The soldier works out his victory in relation to the foe whom he is facing. Making no mistakes is what establishes the certainty of victory, for it means conquering an enemy that is already defeated. Success in warfare is gained by carefully accommodating ourselves to the enemy's purpose. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision, to the releasing of the trigger. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. Let your rapidity be that of the wind, your compactness that of the forest. If it is to your advantage, make a forward move, if not, stay where you are. The quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Pretend to be weak, that he may grow arrogant. If the enemy leaves a door open, you must rush in. The general who is skilled in defense hides in the most secret recesses of the earth. He who is skilled in attack flashes forth from the topmost heights of heaven. It is only one who is thoroughly acquainted with the evils of war that can thoroughly understand the profitable way of carrying it on. The skillful soldier does not raise a second levy, neither are his supply wagons loaded more than twice. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. We cannot enter into alliances until we are acquainted with the designs of our neighbors. The experienced soldier, once in motion, is never bewildered. Once he has broken camp, he is never at a loss. The consummate leader cultivates the moral law, and strictly adheres to method and discipline. Thus it is in his power to control success. Whoever is first in the field and awaits the coming of the enemy, will be fresh for the fight. Whoever is second in the field and has to hasten to battle will arrive exhausted. Simulated disorder postulates perfect discipline, simulated fear postulates courage, simulated weakness postulates strength. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. The general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple ere the battle is fought. The general who loses a battle makes but few calculations beforehand. He who can modify his tactics in relation to his opponent and thereby succeed in winning, may be called a heaven-born captain. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. All men can see the tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. The difficulty of tactical maneuvering consists in turning the devious into the direct, and misfortune into gain. We are not fit to lead an army on the march unless we are familiar with the face of the country, its mountains and forests, its pitfalls and precipices, its marshes and swamps. What enables the wise sovereign and the good general to strike and conquer, and achieve things beyond the reach of ordinary men, is foreknowledge. No ruler should put troops into the field merely to gratify his own spleen, no general should fight a battle simply out of pique. Move not unless you see an advantage, use not your troops unless there is something to be gained, fight not unless the position is critical. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight, even though the ruler forbid it. If fighting will not result in victory, then you must not fight even at the ruler's bidding. Hold out baits to entice the enemy. Feign disorder, and crush him. If equally matched, we can offer battle; if slightly inferior in numbers, we can avoid the enemy; if quite unequal in every way, we can flee from him. The control of a large force is the same principle as the control of a few men, it is merely a question of dividing up their numbers. Thus it is that in war the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas he who is destined to defeat first fights and afterwards looks for victory. If you know heaven and know earth, you may make your victory complete. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Carefully compare the opposing army with your own, so that you may know where strength is superabundant and where it is deficient. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. Knowing the place and the time of the coming battle, we may concentrate from the greatest distances in order to fight. The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy, and does not require too much from individuals. You can be sure of succeeding in your attacks if you only attack places which are undefended. O divine art of subtlety and secrecy! Through you we learn to be invisible, through you inaudible, and hence we can hold the enemy's fate in our hands. Numerical weakness comes from having to prepare against possible attacks, numerical strength, from compelling our adversary to make these preparations against us. In raiding and plundering be like fire, in immovability like a mountain.